Hello and happy Monday. Welcome back to the Lake Norman Woman podcast. Mamie Lee, editor-in-chief of Lake Norman Woman magazine, here with my co-host Katie Stanglowitz. We're talking about some very exciting stuff today. Horse Lovers Day.
Yes.
Do you have to be a horse lover to go to Horse Lovers Day?
No.
Okay, good
Anybody's
to know.
able to come to Horse Lovers Day.
Horse Enthusiast Day, Horse Feeling It Out Day.
Just come to a great fall festival.
Yes.
I think that's what's so crazy about our area is that there's so many different things going on. And it runs the gamut from horses to cheerwine to pumpkins to apples to who knows what else.
Does the Bands, Brews, and Barbecue. It's coming up in Mooresville. North Carolina Music Hall of Fame induction ceremony is coming up in Mooresville too in October. So lots of really exciting things coming up.
The county fair have been here. Did you go to any county fairs this month?
You know what? I grew up in Cleveland County. Sorry, guys. I'm very much a white trash redneck at heart, and I've worked really hard to, elevate who I am. But a lot of times I just sink back right into it. So I grew up going to the Cleveland County Fair because I'm from Shelby. Cleveland County Fair, the largest agricultural fair in the state, except for the state fair.
I didn't know
Largest one. People growing up would take their entire vacation week and go to the fair every single day, like I said.
Oh, that's a little much. I love fairs. We go to fairs, but I wouldn't
every
take vacation
day,
time.
I used to go and eat lunch at the fair. It was a whole thing. So we would go, and obviously they had all the cows and the goats and the horses and the chickens. They always had a big mama pig with her babies there. So I love a county fair, but the best part of it when I was growing up, used to go through the water wheel was like the place to meet everybody pre-cell phones, where you couldn't just be like, oh, just text me and I'll meet you somewhere. You meet at the water wheel. You pay $0.25 to have the guy call people to meet you at the water wheel.
Oh my gosh.
It takes like 10 minutes of the fair opening before there's some kids there giving quarters to call out, funny names. And it was always an adventure, but you always got your yardstick. And if you're over 18, you got your pack of dip.
Oh,
you
nice.
Get that too. Yes.
Nice. So they still do that to this day?
No more. Okay. No more. I think that ended in the 90s, but it was always an adventure to go to the fair. So the funnel cakes and the games and the rides that were probably not safe to be on. The turkey legs, vinegar fries was a big thing for us. Corn dogs and corn on the cob and all that kind of stuff. Orangeade.
Huge lemonades.
The huge
lemonade. I spent $20 for a bucket pail of lemonade.
Yeah. I've done that before too. But it was always just such a fun time. So there was also this game that we would play called Fat Albert. Have you ever seen this one?
Not seen
this
that one.
This is very unique, I think, to Cleveland County. I don't think this is a traveling one. We would go and it's almost like roulette, but there's a white rat.
A real rat?
Yes, a real one. And so it was trained, and you would ring the bell. I'm telling you, redneck. You ring the bell, and then the rat would run around, and you would put your money on whatever color you thought it would land in. It was $0.25 to play. You put your money on which one you thought it would land in. And if you get it right, you get a prize. So that's how I grew up.
You get a rat. You get the pet rat.
Well, no, you just get a stuffed rat.
A
stuffed rat, yes.
Oh my goodness.
But I think like my senior year, that's what I think we went to the fair my senior year of high school and just played Fat Albert for, I don't know. I mean, for $0.25,
Yeah, you can get a long way.
It's a lot of entertainment. You get a corn dog, you play Fat Albert, you go see the big pig, and it's just been a full day at the fair.
Yeah. See, back home, we have like tractor pulls. And so like every night there's fairs going all over Maine and Massachusetts. And so it starts on Labor Day with the Spencer Fair. And then you just pick a weekend and that's where you're going. But we had like the tractor pulls and like you said, the food, the rides you shouldn't be on. And those are the best memories I have because you knew Labor Day weekend, you were at the fair. Like it wasn't what are you doing this weekend? It's like, well, this is where we'll be. Mm-hmm. And we had so much
10 big days of the Cleveland County Fair every year. I mean, we were there both weekends. I mean, it was always such a big thing. My mom would enter in the baking competition and, so it was always just so much fun. As Katie got older, when we were still living there, she started entering into like the art competition you could grow who could grow the biggest tomato or pumpkin or something like that. Those are always fun to go and do. So great memories of growing up. And I think fall just changing of the seasons tends to bring back some of those memories of growing up or what you did as a kid or what you did with your own kids too. Do you and Natalie have any
we do.
fall traditions?
We go to the fair. And that's something that, like I said, we've done it with my entire family. So when the Iredell County Fair rolls around, like you see them starting to set up and Nell's like, Mom, when's the fair? And I'm like, all right, we're going. So I brought the kids. We went Labor Day weekend or Labor Day. I brought the kids. We got there early. So the crowd wasn't big, which is a plus for me. And they got their wristbands and I just carried everything. I looked like a bag lady. I had bags. I had lemonade. I had corn dogs. You name it. I had it. And they just went and rode all the rides. They had a ball.
Yeah.
We went and walked through the exhibit. Like those are the simple things that we always talk about how much Lake Norman has. Like those are the simple things that I want all the kids to be able to experience.
Yeah.
Like, yes, go eat the nasty corn dog and funnel cake and then go on a ride and then go puke in the corner. Like,
it's just one of those
that's one of those life
experiences.
lessons you have to experience.
It is. I feel like these like core childhood experiences that maybe we're starting to miss. So, and also both of us only have a one child. I always feel like I have to be not her, you know, her sibling, but give her some of those like sibling things because I grew up with sisters. So give her some of those experiences of like, okay, if you had a sister, this is what she would do right now. She would laugh at you for getting sick on the ride, but it's okay. I love you anyway.
See, we've never been to the North Carolina State Fair. So that's one thing Natalie and I were talking. We have the Big E in Massachusetts, which I guess would equate to like a state fair. It was huge. And so this year we kind of been talking about like, what if we went to the state fair this year? It's up in Raleigh.
It's up in Raleigh, but you can do the train goes from Kannapolis to Raleigh. So you could take a train ride up there and that way you could go for the day, go there, then take the train back in the evening.
And that's a really neat way to get there. Because who rides a train now?
I know, right? I know. It's just what another experience, another thing to add that doesn't add a lot of cost to it, but get to go and experience
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah. There's lots of fun, really fun things. We talked about the high country. Like I grew up going to the North Carolina mountains all the time, like on the weekends and stuff. And so going to like Tweetsie and Mystery Hill and Grandfather Mountain, had the chance to do that with Katie back in the summer. And we just had the best time. Yeah. And it was just like, these are not expensive things that we're doing.
No, the Woolly Worm Festival. Yeah. We always had so much fun going to the Woolly Worm Festival.
So just getting to do those things that like, I think sometimes with all the accessibility to technology that we have sometimes, that we forget that there are still these things that we did as kids that our kids can still do and still enjoy. Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
So trying to come up with some of those ideas without making like dig a hole in the backyard or something like that. But you know, we can do for a drive in the mountains, go on the parkway, take a picnic. That was something we did every single year. And now I feel like, oh, if I go to the mountains, it's going to be so crowded and you know, the parkway is going to be so busy. But when my parents were doing it, it was just because this is a fun activity to do with the family. And so trying to get rid of some of those excuses.
Yeah. Well, and also knowing too that we're a year out from Hurricane Helene.
Exactly.
And all those communities up there, they need all of our support. They need our money. They need our energy. Like going up to the mountains this year, I think is going to make such a difference for so many. Like
it really
getting them back into this is your fall festival. This is the busiest season.
Yeah, because they missed out on that heavy tourism season last year, and even heading into the summer, a lot of people were unsure about, are you guys ready for tourists yet? Is everything open?
Is it safe?
When I was up there in the summer, most of the parkway was open. All the businesses were open. I was in Boone and Blowing Rock, and it was gorgeous. You could still see a lot of the devastation and where it happened, where they had to cut trees and, you know, where things had fallen down, but everything was open and everybody was just so thankful that we were there and, you know, visiting their town and experiencing the restaurants, the culture, the things that they had to do there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really fun time. So head up to the mountains this fall. You know, do
you
a day.
Do it.
And
get the pumpkins, get your corn stalks, get the apple cider, apple donuts.
Oh, I love an apple donut.
Oh, you can bring me a dozen apple donuts. I was like, don't tell anybody.
I'm always like, can we just go to the apple orchard and just get the cider and the donuts, and I'll buy a bag of apples, but I don't have to go out there and pick.
Oh yeah, I'm not picking them. No, I want my. But see, I hate apple juice. This is what's crazy, and Natalie Ray cannot understand it. I don't like apple juice.
No.
But I would drink apple cider and eat anything apple all day long.
I actually prefer the apple flavor for fall over pumpkin, which is a hot take. I know. Don't hate me for it, but I am basic as they come, but I prefer apple over pumpkin every single day. Yeah. I got an apple latte. Have you had that yet?
No.
Oh gosh. I think it was at Willowwood Coffee in Cornelius. They do an apple like spice latte.
Oh, I bet that's
good. You're missing out. That's much better than pumpkin spice every single day.
I can't do. I do one pumpkin spice just for posterity. Like, okay, I guess I have to have one.
Yeah.
It's tolerable, but
I've had my first one of the fall already. I was just like, every year I'm like, okay, maybe this is the year that I'm going to just fall in love with it. But no, it wasn't it. Then I went and got that apple one. I was like, yes. this is it.
Yes, we'll do apple all day long.
Well, we're going to talk more about Horse Lovers Day with our guest. Thank you so much for joining us today, AmyMichele. So we're going to get to know her, talk all about Horse Lovers Day and what's coming up for that fantastic festival. Really looking forward to that. We'll be right back with more on the Late Normal Woman podcast.
Dreaming of starting your own podcast but don't have the space or gear? The WSIC Podcast Studio has everything you need to bring your content to life. With multiple sets that can be tailored to fit your needs, state-of-the-art lighting, and camera equipment, you'll be ready to create high-quality content. Need a photography studio? We've got you covered with our professional cyclorama wall. Bring your own camera and let our expert producers handle it. Email social@WSICnews.com to schedule your tour today. The WSIC Podcast Studio, where your ideas come to life. Looking for deeper self-discovery and emotional growth? Soul to Soul Connection offers supportive space where horses help you understand your inner world in ways traditional talk therapy can't. Our certified professionals guide you through meaningful experiences that foster reflection, healing, and renewed perspective. Best of all, these services are offered at low or no cost for veterans, first responders, and their families. Learn more at healingwithhorseslkn.org and start your journey toward greater well-being today.
Shake things up, Lake Norman. Great design for you is here. We bring luxury interior design to life, specializing in stunning kitchen and bath renovations. From conception to completion, we handle every detail. Every project is unique. Our expertise makes the difference. Visit our downtown Mooresville studio by booking your 100% risk-free appointment today at greatdesignforyou.com. Design beyond your dreams.
Welcome back to the Lake Norman Woman podcast. We have a great guest with us today. We have AmyMichele Jones, owner of Leatherman Lane Farm in Concord, North Carolina, a private adult-only boarding and training facility built on peace, connection, and a holistic approach to horsemanship. She's also the creator of the Grounded Horsemanship Program, helping women develop authentic relationships with their horses through breath work, energy work, and foundational skills that translate far beyond the barn into everyday life. But AmyMichele's impact does not stop there. She's the visionary behind Horse Lovers Day Festival, a beloved community event that brings people together for horses, fun, and a cause that's close to her heart. Each year, Horse Lovers Day raises funds for the Go Gen Go Foundation, providing critical financial assistance for individuals and families battling breast cancer. Inspired by her own personal loss, AmyMichele has turned this event into a day of joy, connection, and giving back, raising tens of thousands of dollars to make a difference. From growing her farm from 10 to nearly 40 acres to bringing us Horse Lovers Day as a fundraising powerhouse, AmyMichele has a story of grit, heart, and service. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you
so much for being here with us today. So tell us about Horse Lovers Day first. I want to hear all about it because I know, Katie, you have a special connection to that too.
Yeah.
And just I'd love to hear about like kind of the idea behind it and why you decided to give the proceeds to Go Gen Go as well.
Horse Lovers Day, we started back in 2010 to kind of bring the equestrian community together. There wasn't all of these festivals that we now have. And it was somewhere to kind of get together as horse people and share our love of horses with the community. You could do a horse-drawn carriage ride. You could ride a horse. You could ride a pony. And we had a lot of people take their first ride at our farm, which I just thought was the coolest thing ever. And that went on for about 5 years, and it outgrew our tiny little facility. And Katie was one of our original vendors.
Yep. I had Natalie. She was a baby on a blanket playing with toys in my booth.
Wow.
That's how long ago it was. Yeah.
And we had about 2,500 people at that fifth and final one, and one little driveway into our tiny little 10-acre farm. And I went, this isn't safe.
Yeah.
We'll be back. We love y'all, but we're gonna take a step back. And so we promised we'd bring it back if we ever grew the farm, and we planned to. And we were very blessed to buy the property directly across the street, and it's now a 40-acre facility. And Colleen and I, one of my dear friends, had a podcast of our own at the time, and Candid Conversations wanted to do a breast cancer series in October. And so we threw together a little fundraiser with a trail ride and conversations with women in the horse community who were battling breast cancer. And we decided to partner with Go Gen Go to raise some money and give back. I lost my mother to breast cancer when I was 13. I lost an aunt to breast cancer recently. I have another one who's survived it twice. And when we put this on, I had about 5 friends come out of the woodwork and go, "You don't know this, but I'm battling it right now." Like right then.
Wow.
Like I'm in active chemo and I have chills now.
Mm-hmm.
We also brought in HerScan, which is a mobile breast ultrasound, and put that on. And we had some women start reaching out saying, "I would love to do this, but ooh, $250 or whatever it was that they charged at the time. That's tough because insurance doesn't cover ultrasounds; they cover mammograms." And so we started raising money for that, and we raised money for 15 women to get an ultrasound. And I went, this needs to come back. This needs to be bigger. And so we combined Horse Lovers Day with all of our breast cancer efforts, and we went big. And we raised 1,000 that first one, and we put that together in 3 weeks. I was like, let's do a thing, and I don't just do a thing.
She never does. She doesn't do anything small.
No. And so then the next year we brought it back, and we raised 6,500, and the next year 15,000, and now I'm exhausted. And we have a goal of 10,000 this year.
Okay.
You know, our efforts were divided between raising funds for Western North Carolina last year. We still managed to raise $8,800 for Go Gen Go.
That's amazing.
And give to a couple of outreaches that we're helping Western North Carolina. So this is our 5th and final-ish year that we're doing Horse Lovers Day.
Okay.
It's big, but it is a full-time job, and I already have 3 of those. So we're excited about it. We want the whole community to come out. It's still for the community. Horse-drawn carriage rides and pony rides and petting zoos and that stuff. But it's also for our local businesses, our smaller businesses, to kind of highlight what they do and what they offer. And we have amazing food trucks, and we've got line dancers that show up. So there's dancing and there's music, and it's just a fun day. There's a mechanical bull. It's a really cool mechanical bull.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
That'll bring some people
inflatables.
out. Yeah.
We've got an inflatable company that came last year for the first year, and they're amazing. They're actually sponsoring our VIP tent this year. So we're going to have a little tented area with food and drink included. So if you don't feel like, doing all the different food trucks and you just want to sit down and relax for a minute in the shade, there will be beverages in there. That's sponsored by Coca-Cola. Thank you very much. That kind of stuff we're giving back. Our HerScan ultrasounds this year are actually going to be done in an Airstream. Airstream of Charlotte has come on board as an event sponsor, and they're bringing some Airstreams out for people to tour, and they're bringing one out for us to do the scans in.
That's amazing.
So it's just a fun day, and you never know what we're going to have. It's different every year. We have some return vendors that are always amazing. We might do some demos this year. We've got a couple of horse people that actually just reached out.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. You remember Melanie that used to be based at our farm?
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about doing a demo, and this girl is
awesome.
Amazing. Like whether you're into horses or not, your jaw will drop if she actually shows up.
That's always your question. You're
That's
like, if I'm not
I'm
super
not,
horsey,
I'm
but
not
it's like,
super horsey.
It is fun for everybody.
Yeah. Well, because it's not just come ride a horse. It's Horse Lovers Day because it's at a horse farm, and we do have horsey things. But then there's shopping, or there's mechanical bull riding, there's sack races, there's all kinds of things that you can do. And then if we bring that demo element of it that we've had in the past, that's just something fun to watch.
Yeah. So the passion for it came from the loss that you experienced, or was there more around it?
The loss that I experienced, I mean, no 13-year-old,
No,
you can't
absolutely.
imagine. But back then, I mean, I don't want to date myself, but it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
right? Nobody said the C word. Now we're all very open. So if I have a friend that's going through it, we're there, and we got balloons and we got the t-shirts, and we're rallying around you. Nobody had that back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be able to use my farm to bless other people, be that at a community event or at the private things that we do for our boarders, or the breath work. We just started doing horse yoga. Right?
Horse yoga. That's a brand
You've
new
seen
one.
goat yoga.
I've seen goat
right?
yoga. Now I've seen puppy yoga, but horse yoga is a brand new one for me.
Well, and we do a lot of breath and energy stuff at the farm.
Okay. The horses are not climbing on your back, though.
They are not. That would be a whole different kind of adjustment.
Yeah.
We did our first one where we had people that weren't in our grounded horsemanship program actually allowed in. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just to watch them relax with us. Sometimes they get up and energy, and there's a little chat about what to do if they come into your space. But the 2 horses that we use for it are very respectful. They're exciting. Levi and
So
Mara.
horse yoga is just doing yoga around the horses, or do they feel your energy?
Oh, they
or-
absolutely feel our energy.
That's
They
what I've learned so
absolutely.
much from Katie about, how horses can feel energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the horse workmanship program. What is that, and how can somebody get involved in that?
With the grounded horsemanship?
Yeah, grounded horsemanship, I'm sorry.
So groundwork for, in my humble opinion, is a very often skipped step in one's horsemanship journey. A lot of times it is, well, I want to ride a horse. Cool. Here's a horse. You get put on, off you go. Groundwork is connection. Groundwork is building a relationship. Katie and I have been friends for years. We have a relationship. I don't want to just show up and ride a horse. For me, I can do that when I go to Ireland or Pigeon Forge, or I can go ride a horse.
Mm-hmm.
I want the connection. I want to tilt my head to the right and have the horse tilt its head to the right and move to the right. I want the woo-woo magic. That's what I do. That's what I love.
And you teach that to people.
Yes.
They can join the class. So what does it look like if somebody's interested in that? Do they have to have, can they be somebody like me that is not a horse person?
Yes. Honestly, I
It's almost
prefer it.
better.
I prefer it. You have no preconceived notions. You have no bad habits to unlearn. You are a blank slate.
That's
I
me.
love that.
I'm the
You're
blankest
open
of
to
blank
And you
states,
want
yeah.
to learn, and you want a lot of us that have been in the horse world for so long that come in and like, well, I know all this stuff, so I just kind of need to learn this. Nope. We literally start with, here is how we halter a horse. If you're a horse girl, you're rolling your eyes going, I know how to halter a horse. Do you? Do you? Because I have a lot of women that want to board at the barn and they're like, oh, my horse has the best ground manners. We will be such a good fit. And I come in and little Susie's dancing around mom and I'm going, your horse doesn't have good ground manners.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's your interpretation and this is my interpretation. And there are different definitions of what that looks like. You're not connected with your horse or your horse wouldn't be dancing around you in a circle. Again, my opinion. That is not a prerequisite to board with me, but it is something that you would learn in the grounded horsemanship program.
If someone has a horse that they want to have a better relationship with, is that something you can teach as well? Or is that something that you offer at the farm
I have a
as well?
woman that came into my program and started at the ground, holstering, things like that. And then she brought a horse to her farm because she wanted the horse there and was like, this horse is a little more than I thought it was. They usually are, as Katie knows.
It's a big animal.
Yeah, it is.
And I think that's where my hesitation comes in. I was like, this animal is, I mean, my dog is 15 pounds, or 30 pounds. And like, sometimes she's too much for me.
Absolutely.
And so when I think about this large animal that's taller than me, weighs more than me, it can be very intimidating.
Yeah.
And that's where it goes back to that point of building that relationship and building that connection. I can move a 3,000-pound animal with a shift of my body. You don't have to be this big beastly person to have an impact on.
You don't have
that
to be
animal.
a cowboy
You
with
don't
the
have
hat
to be
and
a
the
cowboy
whip.
with the mean
And you don't have to
and,
cowboy
like,
'em.
the spirited. You connect in and build that relationship. You can impact everything around you.
I think that's been so special. What I've learned through Katie about the work that she does is like the energy, the emotion that they pick up, the way that you can talk to a horse without using words too.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I will go to other people's farms. That's not my priority. I have very little time. Like I said, I have 3 full-time jobs. So I've done it for the women that I work with. I will go to their farm and help them with their horses. But I do this in the morning. First thing, it's my favorite part of the day, working with these women. But I have to be really careful not to overcommit because I pour a lot of myself into them. And you've heard you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
I do.
A type A
She's
girl.
a queen.
Yeah,
It's a problem.
I feel like we could compete for
Totally.
who does the
she
most.
takes the cake on that one.
Yeah, you win. That's fine.
I have
You
a
can win that
problem.
one.
I
Yeah,
have a
you can
problem.
definitely win that one.
Yeah. But then it resonates and translates to life as well. I mean, I've had women go, I had a meeting that should have been an email and I just did the breath work that we worked on and it worked. Or I was in traffic and the road rage came up and I just started breathing. We all breathe, right? We do it to stay alive. What you learn in the program is to do it with intention and then to use it in your life.
So it's skills that you learn there with horses, but you can take it anywhere you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horse will show you if you're putting off too much energy. It's a
Now
great
I'm nervous
mirror.
to do it.
Yes,
The horse is
no.
gonna be
a
like,
fabulous
stop.
mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We'll ask you our 3 favorite questions we ask all of our guests. Can't wait to hear what your answers are. And we'll be right back with more on the Lake Norman podcast.
Dreaming of starting your own podcast but don't have the space or gear? The WSIC Podcast Studio has everything you need to bring your content to life. With multiple sets that can be tailored to fit your needs, state-of-the-art lighting, and camera equipment, you'll be ready to create high-quality content. Need a photography studio? We've got you covered with our professional cyclorama wall. Bring your own camera and let our expert producers handle it. Email social@WSICnews.com to schedule your tour today. The WSIC Podcast Studio, where your ideas come to life. Looking for deeper self-discovery and emotional growth? Soul to Soul Connection offers supportive space where horses help you understand your inner world in ways traditional talk therapy can't. Our certified professionals guide you through meaningful experiences that foster reflection, healing, and renewed perspective. Best of all, these services are offered at low or no cost for veterans, first responders, and their families. Learn more at healingwithhorseslkn.org and start your journey toward greater well-being today.
Shake things up, Lake Norman. Great design for you is here. We bring luxury interior design to life, specializing in stunning kitchen and bath renovations. From conception to completion, we handle every detail. Every project is unique. Our expertise makes the difference. Visit our downtown Mooresville studio by booking your 100% risk-free appointment today at greatdesignforyou.com. Design beyond your dreams.
Welcome back to the Lake Norman Woman Podcast. Here with AmyMichele. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been so fun.
The farm a little bit.
Yeah, get
Rare.
you in the podcast studio.
Very rare.
I don't get out much.
So I want to ask you, all the proceeds from Horse Day go to Go Gen Go. I mentioned it in your intro, but tell us why you chose that organization.
Go Gen Go is a local nonprofit. They are based here in Charlotte, and all of the money stays here in Charlotte.
That's
so
huge.
I'm all about community.
Yeah.
I love the organizations that are big and have the big CEO salaries, but that is not this one. This one is here, and it goes to people to like keep their lights on and get to work and get to treatment and food on the table. These are critical financial needs that people struggling with breast cancer are going through in the real world. We don't think about that. I mean, you think about breast cancer, it's like, oh my God, the chemo, that it's so hard. What can I do?
Well, it's hard on your body, but you don't think about how it's hard on your family or
Right.
hard on your finances
Right.
or any of that. Yeah.
It's the impact of it is you can't fathom it unless you've been through it. You just can't. It's you can't.
Yeah.
And then to be like a kid going through that, and back to my mother, like we didn't know what was going on. We knew something was going on. And most, I would assume, kids these days have a better idea than I did. But to then have the financial burden on top of that, it's too much.
You know, we had a group, our cover for August was an insurance company. And so we were talking about insurance and like how it is to plan for all of these things, these unknowns that are going to happen, right? With cancer, there's not really, I mean, I guess you could get some sort of insurance policy that would help, but there's really not a lot out there outside of these nonprofits that really help people and families that are going through it.
Well, and in the moment, like these people are working, surviving, working to survive.
Sure.
You know, it's sometimes those insurance policies kick in, unfortunately, afterwards.
Right.
And that's what we need the support now while they're still here fighting.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. While they're fighting for their lives, a lot of them. Yeah.
Well, and a lot more people now than when we first started with them are aware of this organization and the good that they do. And I love that. They've got a Run Gen Run, which I did years ago. That's how they were on my radar. Now it's a Cheers Gen Cheers. And there's all sorts of little things. But these people are very responsible with their money. And it stays here, and it helps our neighbors. It helps our friends. The process is so easy to get help from them. I can't think of a better way to give back to the community in this way, in this difficult thing that's affected me too.
And as we're looking forward to Horse Lovers Day coming up very soon, what do you need? Are there room for vendors, donations? What would help people right
There
now?
may very well still be room for vendors at the festival. Anyone who's interested can always reach out to us. horseloversday@gmail.com is the best way to do that. But money, we want all the money. You can go to givebutter.com/HLD, like Horse Lovers Day 2025. And that's where you get your tickets. And that's where you can make a donation. So if there's a local business that wants a spotlight on the business, we're happy to give them a shout out. Pulse Vodka has been a participant for years and a sponsor for years. They're coming back this year. I just heard from them this morning. So we're super excited about that. Great local vodka that is into giving back as well. Like I mentioned, Airstream of Charlotte, but those type of things. And then you're donating to a nonprofit. So you're getting a tax write-off and you're giving back and it's staying in the community. For all of those reasons, please give us your money.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I think the tax write-off too, like it's
huge.
not just going to a fantastic event
Right.
and enjoying the event, but you can write it off on your taxes too. So that's
Yeah.
huge too, especially as we're coming up towards the end of the year. People start thinking about those kind of things
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
So if someone is coming to experience Horse Lovers Day for the first time, what are they going to experience? What's it going to be like?
I mean, at this point, it operates like a well-oiled machine. There's a lot going on in the background to make that happen. But I mean, parking is super easy. You can jump on the horse-drawn carriage ride in the parking lot and make your way over. You should buy your tickets in advance because that money goes straight to the nonprofit. You can stick it on your credit card. We're not taking credit cards at the door. But then you come in and you can eat, you can dance, you can shop, you can go hit the inflatables. You can jump on that bull. Katie, I expect to see you on that bull this year.
You know that. After I buy my hat, because I buy a hat every year.
Of course. Yeah. We've got a hat bar this year. We've got all sorts of amazing stuff. We've got Ridge Creek Tech coming back this year, which is, if you're a horse girl.
Do not put me.
I might put you there.
One of the years, a couple years ago, she put me right next to the tack booth. And I'm like, it'll be fine.
She's got the best
It'll
tack.
be fine. Well, the next thing I know, Natalie's over there shopping. And she comes.
For our non-horse people, tack is,
That's all the stuff you put on a horse.
Okay.
It's like the saddles and the bridles and the pads and everything that makes you look flashy and
That's
amazing.
Us playing dress up.
Yes,
Okay,
basically.
okay.
Really expensive dress up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's a dangerous place to be.
Yeah,
Yes,
don't
do
put
not
you in the
put me
booth.
next to the tack person, the hat people. I think those are usually my biggest expenditures.
Yeah.
of
The raffle
weekend.
booth. There's always
booth.
good
Yeah,
stuff
the
in the
raffle
raffle.
booth
We have
was
a
always
saddle
fun.
this year.
A saddle on the raffle. That's not a cheap thing either. I do know that.
No.
That's
not cheap.
No.
$8.50 at
Oh
Dover.
my goodness. So what else are you having in the raffle this year?
We still have stuff coming in, so I never know. A lot of our vendors donate stuff, and then we've got corporations that donate things too, like Dover Saddlery. Ridge Creek always is a good donor. And then we're talking to a couple more people. So if any corporations are like, oh, Lowe's, maybe I'll give you a grill. Yes, we would love
You'll
that.
take it.
We will
Yes,
take that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And we're not done yet, though.
Oh, we're not?
No, we're asking you our 3 favorite
Oh,
questions.
gosh.
We ask
Okay.
all of our guests.
What are the questions?
Okay. First question is, what's your favorite thing about the Lake Norman area?
Oh, gosh. Probably how diverse it is. Like, there's people from everywhere that have funneled in, and then there's different activity. Like, there's just so much different people, things, and places within such a small area. So I love that.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to do anything you want to do.
Anything you want to do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Not that I leave the farm much, but when I do, it's nice to have options.
You have all the options. Yeah. No lack of things to do. I say that all the time in the Lake Norman area. Like every weekend, you have your choice of multiple activities to do every weekend. What is one of the best pieces of advice you've ever received?
Ooh. Received or taken. You cannot pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
And I say it to the women I work with all the time. I'm currently working on that, hence this being our 5th and final-ish Horse Lovers Day. But you need to be real careful about depleting yourself and your energy and taking time for you.
Yeah.
So.
It's easier said than done sometimes.
What is practice? It is practice. Because
Yeah.
you can fall into the yes, we'll do,
I'm a yes man.
and then it's like, oh, I really don't want to.
Yeah.
Or I don't have the energy to. My body physically won't let me.
That's when I stop.
I think it's though, for me, it's the saying no without feeling guilty.
Yes.
That's the biggest part for me. Like sometimes I say no, but then I have to remind myself, like, you don't have to feel bad about saying no.
I'm a recovering people pleaser.
Yes. 100%. I am that too. Yes. I will be recovering until the day I die.
Same.
Try not to say yes to everything, because the other part of me, the extrovert part of me, is like, I like doing things.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And there's that FOMO. Like,
Yes.
oh, I don't want to miss out.
I know.
Right.
I know.
But then I don't have the energy to do it.
Exactly. And eventually you hit the wall and your body makes you stop. So it's better to take the rest when you know you need it
100%.
instead of when your body tells you like you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You end up sick or, falling
I've
asleep
done
for
it
4
twice.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good.
No, it's not. It's not good for you. It's not good for your family.
I have a very
It's
good
not good for
accountability
business,
partner
is
in
it?
my husband where he's like, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Usually he's saying that to me when I'm in a hospital bed going, just say
He needs
no.
to get a little few
He's
minutes
getting better
earlier.
about being like, here's the mirror, hold it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're losing your mind. Calm down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prioritize.
And then what is one of your core values?
Give back. If you've got it, give back. This farm I prayed for. It is a blessing. So I give back with it. somebody having a boat. If you have a boat, take your friends out on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
You have horses. I'm not saying everybody should come over and ride my horses. That doesn't happen. Everybody asks, but give back with what you've got. If it's your time, if it's, fashion advice, if you can give someone a ride, I have this farm. So we created this festival and we give back. Give back with what you've got.
I think the reminder too, it doesn't always have to be something huge either.
It doesn't have to be monetary. It can be an exchange of
it could be your time,
gifts, energy, love.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be a compliment though.
100%.
The best advice my mother ever gave me was when you see something you like about another woman, specifically another person, but another woman, tell her.
I'm big on that. Yeah.
And that's giving back, right? That's me noticing something and giving it back to them.
And it always amazes me because I'll do that in the store. And how often people like pause and kind of look at you funny, like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then it clicks. I was like, hey, just love your dress.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How that isn't this innate thank you that comes automatic. You almost have to stop and pause. Like, wait a second, you said something nice to me?
Nice to me for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know you.
But what does that do? Like if somebody does that to me,
You're
what it does for my
cup.
it does. It fills up my cup. And I'm like, oh, I do look cute today.
Right. And so then you can go tell someone else that they look cute today.
Yes.
Yep.
Somebody told me that one time we were in downtown Concord. I will never forget. It was these two ladies like, I love your overalls. I'm like, these are the best overalls ever. I was on cloud 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm constantly saying that to other people, not expecting it back, but my goodness, when you get it, I'm pretty sure I was glowing.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
does. It just
Feels
puts a little
amazing.
pep in your step for the rest of the day of being
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, somebody noticed me.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we all want. We all just want to be noticed and recognized and seen for who we are. And sometimes we don't see that in ourselves.
Oh,
so
gosh.
when somebody else recognizes it in you and when you recognize it in somebody else, boy, what a connection you can make.
It's huge.
Huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Amy
Thank you
Michele,
for
for
having
joining us
me.
today.
It's awesome.
So much.
Yes,
so much
go to
fun.
Horse Lover Festival, whether you're a
Yes.
horse person, you know what tack is or not, you can go and you can find something fun to do. We all
Will
know.
will
Absolutely.
show you where the tack
We will
shop is.
show you where it is. We'll show you all the fun things.
I'm
Come on.
gonna learn all about tack. Who knows? I may go home with a
We
horse.
give you
at the
enough
end of the-
vodka, you'll have
Yeah,
lots of
right.
tack.
Yeah, absolutely.
You will
Find
go
me in
home
the
with a
drink
horse.
tent. Yeah, find me in the drink tent. And then
Yeah.
I'll-
we have a beer garden this year. I totally forgot.
that's
Yeah.
There
Beer,
you go.
vodka.
It's
We
gonna be
got all
gr-
the things.
It's going to be a great event. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
again today.
you.
And we will be back next week with another fantastic episode of the Lake Norman Woman Podcast.
Have a great week.